What's up, everybody? Marvin Leonard here. Welcome back to this beginner series. If you're following it, great. Hopefully you guys are getting a lot of value out of it. So now we're going to go, after I've already shared the first 4 steps, and if you haven't checked those out, I'll link them in the description or just go and find my playlist. We're going to start talking about business models on Amazon. The most popular, by far, business model on Amazon of what I've gathered is private label. Retail arbitrage is pretty high up there, and so is online arbitrage. By far the least popular is wholesale, which is what I do. Better for me, lower competition. But in this video, we're going to break down retail arbitrage. What is it? What do you need to be successful in it? And how to do it. Okay. So retail arbitrage is very, very simple. Okay, you're going to go to different department stores like Walmart, Target, Home Depot, Walgreens. And you're going to use your Amazon seller app to scan the products that you're interested in. These are the places you're going to go to source your products, okay? You're going to, and if you haven't downloaded the Amazon seller app, this is what it looks like. Hopefully you guys can see that. I have an iPhone, so just go to your app store and just type in Amazon seller, and it'll be the first one that pops up. So on there, on the right-hand side of your homepage, there'll be a little camera. Just click on the camera and scan the barcode, and you can even scan just the item itself, and it'll pop it up. It'll bring up the Amazon listing if there is one for that particular product. It'll break down all the fees. It'll break down if you're restricted or not. So you cannot do this without that, unless you're planning on taking your laptop or something to every store and typing in what you find. You cannot do it without downloading that app. So that's where to source. What I wouldn't recommend sourcing is yard sales, flea markets, thrift stores. I would not recommend doing that with Amazon. That's what I recommend doing for eBay, but not with Amazon. Now, why is that? It all comes down to your risk tolerance, okay? For me, the risk is too high of somebody complaining of the quality of product that they're getting. If the quality of product that you're getting, if it's damaged, if it's old, if it has shelfware, because I don't want to get my account suspended at the time when I was doing this. I don't do this anymore. Because that's something that Amazon takes very serious. They take their customers very, very seriously. So if they call and complain, or if they write a negative review or whatever, I don't want that on my seller account. If you do that, if you go to yard sales or flea markets or thrift stores to source, just make sure you're writing the correct condition of that product. Okay, don't write new because it's not new. Even products that you get off the shelf, if they have shelfware, like if they've been on there and you see on the back or on the top and they have a lot of wear kind of on the box, that's still considered not new. So you can't even, if you follow the guidelines of the Amazon places, you can't even put that up as brand new because it's not, okay? You can still do it and take the risk, and I don't think anybody is going to complain about a little shelfware, but if they ever did, they definitely have the right to. So if you do source from those places, I would recommend putting the legitimate condition that is in used, fair, good, like new. Once you have your Amazon seller account, just type in on the help bar condition guidelines and then read those conditions, become familiar with those. I like that I don't have to worry about any of that because I buy everything new, straight from the distributor. Before it even goes to any shelves, like in department stores, I get it before that. So everything should be in perfect condition. Again, those 3 places that I don't recommend sourcing: garage sales, flea markets, thrift stores. Some people do, and their risk tolerance might be a little higher than mine. If you do go this route, just like I said, follow the condition guidelines so you don't get yourself into any problems. All right, so who is retail arbitrage for? This is for people that are barely starting out and don't have a lot of capital, okay? Like $100 worth of capital. You can build it up. Obviously, if you're starting with $100, it's going to take a long time, but it's very, very doable. Just make sure you're very picky with what you're buying so that you will get a return on your investment. So this is for the people that are in very beginning stages. They just want to make a few extra bucks. That is who I think this is for. A disclaimer: this is against Amazon's terms of service, so you do run the risk of getting your account suspended if you do this for long enough, or if you just happen to source the wrong product. and the brand gets a hold of it or gets a hold of that information, files an IP claim on you. But with that said, a lot of people still do it. So if you're going to, just be smart about it and just build that initial capital, then move into something else like private label or wholesale. Okay, so what are some of the problems with retail arbitrage? In my opinion, the problems with retail arbitrage is that it isn't a sustainable long-term business. For myself personally, I want to build a business that's going to be passive, okay? It's going to be able to make me money whenever I'm out doing something else or if I'm traveling or whatever. This isn't the case with retail arbitrage. You completely rely on what deals you're going to find at the department stores. And if those deals happen to make you a little bit of money on Amazon, can you do it? Yes. For long term, I wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend building the capital and then moving to something else. Those are my problems with retail arbitrage. Some people, they do make a living. A lot of the people that make a living with retail arbitrage are ungated in pretty much anything, or they sell a shit ton of shoes, which are very profitable on Amazon. So those are the differences from those people that have been around for a long time doing it to the beginner that's barely starting out in today's age. So those are my problems with retail arbitrage, and you run the risk of getting your account suspended. But if you're starting out and you want to build that initial capital, this is what I would suggest you do, and then move into something else more sustainable. Also, one quick thing before we finish it up. When you source, don't just go to the clearance item. Everybody who does this goes to the clearance items. Don't do that. There are items on the shelves that aren't clearance that are still profitable, and those people aren't going to those as often because they think the money's in the clearance. But if everybody's going to the clearance, nobody's going to the shelves to actually find products that will make them a little bit more money. Okay, so just quick little pro tip for you guys before we go. So that's retail arbitrage. I broke it down what I recommend, where to source, what to source, what it is, who it's for, and what problems you're going to run into if you do it. All right, guys. So that's it for retail arbitrage. Don't forget to subscribe, follow the rest of the videos on this beginner playlist, and I hope you guys are getting a lot of value out of it.